What's going on? Urban anthropologist here. Quick thought that might change how you see the world. No filters, no myths. In part one, we asked a simple question. What is race? Now let's talk about where the idea came from. The concept of race as we know it today did not exist for most of human history. Ancient societies grouped people by language, culture, religion, or place, not race. Race as a formal system begins to take shape in Europe between 1600s and 1800s during colonization and the transatlantic slave trade. European scholars began trying to classify all humans the same way they classified plants and animals. One of the earliest and most influential figures was Carl Linnaeus in the 1700s. He proposed a system that divided humans into 4 groups based largely on geography: Europeans, Asians, Africans, and Native Americans. But these categories weren't just physical. Linnaeus attached personality traits and moral judgments to them. Soon after, the classifications became even more rigid. By the late 1700s and 1800s, many European thinkers settled on what's often called the 3-race model: Caucasoid, Mongoloid, and Negroid. This model was popularized by anthropologists like Johann Friedrich Blumenbach, who is often called the father of physical anthropology. Blumenbach believed Caucasians were the original or most beautiful humans. Other races were deviations caused by environment. Even though he personally opposed slavery, his ideas were still used to rank human groups. What kind of evidence did these early anthropologists use? Mostly skull measurements, also known as craniometry, skin color, hair texture, facial angles, and geographic assumptions. They believed that measuring skull size or shape could determine intelligence or character, ideas we now know are scientifically false. As time went on, some anthropologists proposed more than 3 races. For example, Georges Cuvier emphasized sharp racial divisions. Thomas Huxley proposed 4 to 5 racial groups. William Z. Ripley suggested 3 European races alone, and Carlton Kuhn in the mid-1900s argued for 5 races and controversially suggested they evolved separately. Other anthropologists identify Australoid, Capoid, Polynesian, American Indian, and Malay. Depending on the scholar, the number of races ranged anywhere from 3 to over 30. And this raises a serious problem. If race were a natural biological system, why couldn't scientists agree on how many races exist? Why did boundaries keep changing? Why did race categories shift depending on who was doing the classifying and where they were from? By the mid-20th century, new tools changed everything. Genetics, population biology, and evolutionary theory began to show that human variation is gradual, not divided. Most genetic differences exist within populations, not between them. There are no clear biological borders where one race ends and another begins. This led many anthropologists like Franz Boas, one of the most important figures in modern anthropology, to reject race as a biological category altogether. Race didn't disappear, but its meaning changed. In the next part, we'll look at what modern genetics actually says, why race doesn't map cleanly onto DNA, and why the concept has such powerful effects in society today.